And finally, here's the video review for the TFC Hercules -1 Exgraver, the Scrapper, I believe, version figure, their version of Scrapper for their Hercules / Devastator combiner, not Devastator as it's been referred to. You can see he turns into the shovel, the steam shovel, or the power shovel. I don't want to get people up in arms about that. It's not a steam shovel like they did before. Anyway, this arm is actually not transformed all the way on the picture on the back, but we'll get into that in the review. It's got some neat kind of construction themed box. It's green with like the yellow kind of construction stripes on it. That's about it for the box, and just just some pictures, choking hazard. Collect all 6 to form the mighty Hercules, and that's pretty much it. But it is a nice window box. If you want to keep your figures in package, it really is a nice display just by itself in the box. You can see the Devastator hand, the claw, the robot himself. But enough about that. Open him up. He comes out. He is twist tied in originally. I've already taken the twist ties off. I'll put the box over to the side. He comes with a little spec card with all of his ratings there on the back. Speed, strength, intelligence, endurance, rank, courage, fire blast, and skill. With the same box art here on the front. And the instruction sheet, which is just a double fold. Just front and back. Shows you how to transform it. So to get him out of the package, like I said, originally these 2 pieces are loose. He's got a twist tie around his waist and one of the arms, I believe, if I recall correctly. Yeah, he's definitely got one around around this waist and this arm. Everything else is just held in by the plastic molded around it. So just pop them out. Now the actual fist takes a little doing. You might have to actually get behind it and kind of push the fist out. There's the fist, and then the robot himself comes out. And then the back of the packaging has like a kind of shaded, painted look. The box art and the black background. The name Exgraver there on the side. So I mean, like they went to the trouble of putting a nice background in there. It's a shame you don't see it when he's in there, but it is a really cool box design. So on to Exgraver himself. There's the robot mode. The steam shovel and the Devastator fist are separate pieces. The instructions say that you can, if you choose, plug this into his back, and it works. Plug that right back there. And you actually want to lift this up. You remove this piece, and you can plug. That's actually right here. These 2 notches in here just sit right in here on this, and you can store just some varying success the Devastator fist on his back. I usually fold the foot down and fold it all up as much as I can. So it is just a giant fist on his back, but there is at least a place to peg it. And even with the shovel on his back, if his feet are flat, he'll support himself. He won't fall backwards, even with the shovel sticking out his back. You can also, if you choose, if you want to, you can plug the shovel in to his arm as a weapon, as the box art suggests. That does make his right side a little heavier, or his left side, whichever side you plug it into, a little heavier. Actually, it can only plug in on the left, as I'm now seeing. So there we go. But he can still stand like that. And this you can plug in anywhere. You can, if you want to, you can plug it back on the top of the fist. You can plug it in right back here. Just a place to store it. You can plug it in onto the arm. You can plug it in behind a hand. So it doesn't even really interfere with anything. He can still hold his weapons. He can still hold everything he can normally hold with that plugged in back there. And it just kind of hides. He's got removable weapons up here. They're both the same. He's got a purple one and a transparent red one. I don't know why they went with the transparent red, but there you have it. It does look like there's some peg holes in this, and I think we've seen a quick schematic shot of how, when you have all 6 of the Hercules members, all the purple gun pieces, and by extension, if all these are translucent red, the same piece, looks like they combine together to form Devastator's giant rifle. So that's kind of cool too. Posability, like I said, he's very solid. He is leaning a little to the side because of this giant steam shovel, but I'm quite happy with the plastic quality. It feels like something you'd buy in the store. It doesn't feel cheap. And TFC has made some, like I said, I've got that primers figure from them. With the exception of just the Hot Rod Targetroid, because the other ones were all great. Just the Hot Rod Targetroid was kind of crap because he fell apart on me. But they make good quality stuff. I've been very impressed with their quality and the solidity of the figures that they have put out. Now, first, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this. I figured, well, I already pre-ordered the first one. I'll see how it is. I wasn't sure if I was going to go in on the full Hercules. And having him in hand, I think I'm in for the long haul. He's quality. I wasn't sure how I felt about the colors. And again, seeing him in hand, he's the right shade of purple, the right shade of green. I do think his head is a little big, but what can you do? It is very thematic. It looks like a nice Constructicon head. I just think it's a little big for the body. And maybe I'm wrong on that, and maybe it's these big shoulders. Something just proportion-wise just seems a little off to me. Not majorly off, not, oh my god, how could they even think of doing that off? But just a little off. You can lift his shoulders up and down, swivels here, a hinge at the elbow, a swivel wrist. He does have a waist swivel. The shovel's kind of getting in the way of that, but his waist does swivel. He's got ball-jointed hips. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got a hinge knee here, and then his feet are posable. And again, if you pull them all the way down, the gears will get off, but if you line them up about like that and then just kind of bring them up together, they will, see that's still a notch off. It's just a matter of getting them to line up. That's designed that way, so you're not going to break it. You just got to make sure to gear them up at the right time and see they'll fold right up. So it's only an issue. Once you get them lined up, they won't screw up again unless you bring them down. If you bring them too far down, straight down. So there is his robot mode. And again, you can do various things with this. So we're going to pull all this off. Let me go ahead and leave the fist on because the fist is going to come around. And basically, you're going to bring this whole piece up just like this. Plug the fist in, and you're going to have the Hercules fist grab his head for vehicle mode. Just like that. Thumb behind, fingers in front. He's just going to grab his head. Just like that. And then these come up, you'll see these little grooves here on the, I guess they're little pegs, they're grooves over here, pegs on this black piece, they're going to peg right into these grooves up here. So you bring this up, and come on. I want to make sure everything's lined up right. There you go, peg it in. And the same over on this side. Peg those in just like that. Rotate the arms so the solid green part is out. And again, if you stored this on the back of his fist, it's already in the proper position. There's a peg here. It's going to tab right into the side of the arm here. Let's bring that up. And the same over here. Rotate it around. Then rotate the fist around. Bring it up. Peg it in. Just like that. Now you can see how he's coming together. So you rotate this around. You want to fold the feet up. See, I ungeared them. You want to rotate the feet up into the body, just like that. You want to flip this purple piece down. And while you're doing that, you want to flip up these little silver tabs here. Just like that. Because that's going to allow these to come all the way down and around, and then these are going to peg right into the treads to hold them in place. Right there at the joint. And then it's just a matter of, you just peg the steam shovel in, or the power shovel, again, my apologies, and it moves up and down. People have complained about this cracking. One of the first things I did when I got it, knowing that it could crack, I unscrewed these two pieces right here. There's a screw on each side on these pistons, flipped them up, and then just kind of pried this black piece off, and I shaved down. You can see there's little, not this end one because that says how high it goes, but there's little notches on there. I just shaved them down a little bit, so it's still tight. It still holds a position really well, but it's not so tight that you have to really force it to move it. So it's not gonna put any pressure on these things and crack them. And it rotates from side to side. So they are releasing. They know that's a possible issue. With heavy labor, the second figure, they are including a fixed steam shovel assembly. And if you decide that you don't want to get heavy labor, you don't want to continue on with the set, you can just contact them and they will make that fixed steam shovel piece available to you if you have any issues with yours. The weapons themselves just plug on anywhere you want. Either of these two holes up here. And there he is in steam shovel mode. Like I said, he doesn't have any sort of swivel with the main body, but he does have, the steam shovel does rotate from side to side, moves forward, the scoop moves independently, and then the main arm itself moves up and down. So, it's a really nice little power shovel. And, yeah, a nice vehicle mode as well. And now the big fun part. You can leave these on. I can't remember where I stick these, but anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. You want to unpeg the legs and bring them down like this. Fold these back into place. You bring this waist piece down and spin it around again. You're going to do this. Actually, after this, well, whatever. Bring them down. You're going to actually, instead of just bending them down at the hip, you bring the whole hip piece down. And these, again, have some pegs. Right there, you can see how those are going to peg together, just like that. And then you flip this part. You want to leave this attached. You can go ahead and rotate it to this position. Then once you got the treads together, you flip them around like that. And you rotate it this way. So now you see he has an elbow as well in the arm. You want to come up here and grab the fist. And then just push it out of here. It'll come right off. Make it look like a fist. Dun, dun, dun. Straighten the finger. Move the thumb. You move the thumb up a little bit if you want. I love that all the fingers are independently posable. And then you just split these up. And right in here, you plug the fist in. Rotate it to be facing the right way. You want to lift his head up a little bit and fold this down. You can see it uses... I haven't tried it on a Energon combiner, but it looks like it's the exact same size, exact same type of connector. It looks like they may have even copied the exact connector from the Energon combiners. That's how it holds together. And the ratchet's very strong. And if the ratchets on the rest of the figures are as good as all the ratchets on this figure, you're not going to have any trouble standing your Hercules figure when he's all combined. But once you got the hand out of the way, you then bring the shovel up like this and fold it down. The shovel actually folds right into that, as you can see, folds right into that spot. Covers his head. Now the shovel's not sticking straight out the side. And let's see if we can get this here. There's his giant Hercules arm. So there, just a big arm, and he's going to be a big mamma jamma when he's all complete. I can't wait to finish this now. There's the arm from the other side. So really nice, a really nice way of storing and integrating everything. With the exception of the fist in robot mode, that gets a little silly having a big fist on his back, but that is a trade-off I'm totally willing to make for the fact that everything is compact. Everything has a place to store. Everything certainly stores well in vehicle mode, and then you get such an awesome arm out of this. He's got a wrist swivel, individually posable fingers, an elbow swivel, and he'll clearly have, like some range of shoulder motion. And again, if you move this up out of the way, he'll have even more shoulder motion on the combined figure, as well as forward shoulder motion. So it looks like he's going to have some. Not only is he going to be big, he's going to be a lot more posable than the old original Devastator. Now it's at about $100 a piece. You can get them cheaper if you know who to talk to. Oh, even the thumb's posable. How about that? I just realized the thumb has a joint in it too. Yeah, so at about $100 a piece, once you factor in shipping and getting it, importing it, it's going to be an expensive Devastator. But it's probably going to be the coolest actual manufactured Devastator versus a custom that you can get out there. There is the Make Toys one, which also I'm probably also going to pick up. It is probably going to be a little smaller. It's going to be just slightly bigger than the Fans Project combined Bruticus, if the pictures that we've seen so far are accurate. So yeah, it's definitely going to be big. People have showed this next and said it's almost as tall as Leader Prime, and like looking at it here in my hand, I don't know if I'd make that assumption, but I have not actually stuck it right next to a Leader Prime. It is a very large limb, so much larger than the original Devastator. I should have grabbed the original Devastator to show off how big it is. It's probably almost as tall as the arm itself is almost as tall as the original Devastator. So very impressive. You can get him at TFsource. He's in now, and there you go. There is the arm for Hercules, TFC Hercules 01 Exgraver. Oh, also, I didn't say, you can plug in weapons. The weapons can plug in into either of the treads here if you want to have him on his arm. You can keep him plugged in up here if you wish. And like I said, I'm pretty sure once he's in, you can see there's some pegs inside the hand as well. So I'm pretty sure once all is said and done, these pieces are going to combine to form his giant rifle, which will probably peg into his hands, and you can have him holding his rifle. You'll have a purple one and probably a translucent red one if that trend continues. So there he is, TFC 01, or Hercules 01 Exgraver.